What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. In today's video, we are finally back to work on our E30. It has been a while. We haven't really been working on it. We've been getting some of our other builds done, but we are finally back on it. And as you can see, it has been sitting for a while, so it is pretty dusty. So we're gonna start by cleaning this thing up real quick. Alright, so we got the car all cleaned up, and in today's episode, we're actually going to start focusing on building a roll cage for this car. We're going to use 1 3/4 DOM tubing, so let's go pick it up. Alright, so we are going to use the rollback, that way we don't get charged a cutting fee. So right now we're going to get her warmed up and then we're going to head out. Alright, so here's our DOM tubing. As you can see, it's nice and thick. That's what we need for a proper roll cage. So this is 2 19-feet poles. This is going to be more than enough. So let's get this paid for and load it up. Alright, so we're back at the shop. Now we're going to get this tube unloaded and start bending it. Alright, so we're going to be using our Rogue Fab bender. This is 1 1/2-inch tubing, but we got 1 3/4, which is thicker. So we're going to have to replace the die, which Ben actually ordered one, so
check that out.
Nice.
That's nice.
Very convenient that Ben went ahead and ordered that.
Truly, bro, we're gonna be the first ones using it. Look at that. This one looks
man,
better than
dude.
the other one.
That thing is brand new. Alright, so we have our tube. The first one we're going to make is this bar that goes here. So Vlad is currently getting the measurements for it, and once we get the right size, we'll cut this tube out and start bending it.
You have to start at 24 inches, 25 inches, and you need to go.
Alright, so we have all our measurements and bends here. So what we're gonna do now is cut out a 130-inch tube, and then we'll start bending it. Did I just do 120? All right, so we have our first bend right here. Now we need to go ahead and measure out and just keep going, and we'll get this first one knocked out.
Hold it with that. Yeah, there you go.
Did you release it?
Boom. Perfect.
All right, so we got it all set up for our last and final bend. All right, so we're gonna be doing our first test fit. See how she fits.
Put the side in first. Alright. Yep. Nice and tight. Go back. Boom, just like that.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's really nice actually.
It needs to have a lean, yeah?
Yeah, a very slight lean to the rear because the way a roll cage has to be set up is like a triangle. There we go.
That fits in there nice and snug.
Yeah, this is.
And then we'll just be doing some plates here, but that's gonna be last. What we wanna do next is probably this bar here. And it needs to be, does it need to be lower or higher than the person? It is gonna be the harness bar.
Yeah.
It needs to be
a little bit higher than the person, I believe. It's
all
not
right,
supposed
so
to be lower,
we'll
so
get
it
that
needs to be-
Recaro and test fit it.
Yeah, so it needs to go like that, and the bar is gonna go like that. We kind of need to go look in that GTR, see how it's built. But that fits really good, actually. I mean, it's the clearances all around are really
yeah.
good. This is 1 3/4 DOM, so it's really thick and the correct
That's
way to build
perfect
roll
right there.
cage. All right, let's get back at it.
Okay, so we got the first piece of the roll bar in. Now I actually want to get the seat in there just to see where our harness bar is going to sit and to make sure it's in the right spot. All right, so our seat's going to sit right about here. And as you can see, the roll cage is about 2 inches higher than the seat. That is perfect height because we are going off of regulations and specs we see on when you looked up on roll cages because we want to do it right. So we're looking good so far. Now we can actually go ahead and start making this X brace, and we can mark where we want our harness bar because we want the harness bar to be higher than the harness. That way,
I think higher or lower, I'm not sure.
it needs to be higher because if it's
Okay,
lower,
yeah.
it's gonna pull you down.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna mark that, and then we can go ahead and start on this X.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got our roll cage over here. We have this first bar in and it fits in very nicely. The notching came out well. So now we're gonna get Yuri over here and he's gonna weld this in. Okay, so our first test fit went really good. I like how it looks. Yuri killed it. I also want to later cut out some gussets on the CNC machine and maybe put like Motorhead into it or something cool like that. So stay tuned for that, guys. In the next episode, we'll be doing that and also building these that go back. I'm thinking I'm gonna get him to go down to the strut tower, and then we'll also do an X back there, and it's gonna be super nice and sturdy. And also we got this nice steering wheel right here from Aiza Auto Wheel. It's a really cool steering wheel. Figured I'd show you guys that. And also, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you think of the build. And I know it has been a while since it's been on the channel, guys. We were gonna wait for the M3 kit, but we decided we might as well start with this roll cage. But the M3 kit will be here in about 15 days, so stay tuned for that, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co and pick you up some merch on vtune.com. I'll link it down in the description if you want to cop some and support your boys. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.